Today, I'm going to share with you the 4 elements that make up the purpose of marketing. So many of us are battling information overload when it comes to marketing, which makes it so easy to just overcomplicate things. You're going to love how simple this truly is. Hi, I am Tim Fitzpatrick with Rialto Marketing, where we believe marketing shouldn't be difficult. All you need is the right plan. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Before I dig into the purpose of marketing, I want to get real with you for a minute. You can have the best product or service in the world, and if you do not have marketing bringing in leads that are then converting to customers, it does not matter. I want to say that again, because this is super important. You can have the best product or service in the world, but if you do not have marketing bringing in leads that are converting to customers, none of it matters. Now, you may be thinking, I'm a marketer, I'm biased, but if you fall into that trap, you are not doing yourself any favors. Okay, because this is just the reality. Okay, there are so many businesses that have gone out of business. They had a great product or service, but they just didn't have enough marketing bringing in leads to stay afloat. Okay, so marketing is super, super important. Now, the definition that I'm about to share with you was shared with me from Sharon Srivatsa. Super smart guy. Love how he thinks. So I want to give credit where credit is due. So let's dig into this. What is the purpose of marketing? There are 4 elements. I'm going to touch on them now, and then I'm going to dig into each one of these. So the purpose of marketing is to sell more things to more people more often for more money. That's it. Let's break some of these down. Okay. So to sell more things. Okay. The bottom line is we need to put offers in front of our audience consistently. If we are not selling, we're never going to make sales, right? So we need to put offers consistently in front of our audience. And for offers to be strong, they need to be specific or they need to be personal and relevant. Okay, specific or personal and relevant. Okay, when things are personal and relevant, right, it is going to grab our attention and our interest, and we are more likely to respond. Okay, specific, right? Specific is easier to understand. When things are not specific, we may confuse people. When we confuse people do not buy. Okay, one of the examples that's immediately coming to my mind, because as I shoot this, it's a couple days after Halloween. Went to get Domino's for the kids. What does Domino's do? Man, they have all kinds of specific offers, but the one that I tend to always take advantage of is, buy 2 or more and get each one of these for $5.99. Very specific offer. Okay. So to sell more things, we need to put offers out in front of people consistently. And those offers they either need to be specific or they need to be personal and relevant. Now, in step 2, to more people, to sell more things to more people. Now, in general, the larger the audience, the better. The thing to keep in mind here is not any audience will do. It needs to be relevant to your business. It needs to be your target market. Your ideal clients need to be part of that audience. If they are not, then a large audience doesn't matter. Who cares? Okay. So first, keep in mind that the audience needs to be relevant to what you do. But as long as the audience is relevant to what you do, the larger the audience, the better. Now, how can we build an audience, right? How can you build your audience this week? One of the easiest, let me rephrase that. One of the simplest ways, because it is not easy, it does require work and it does take time to build relationships. But one of the simplest ways to build your audience is to leverage other people's audience. Other people who have an audience that is your audience. There is crossover. Build relationships with those people. Find out how you can add value to them and get in front of their audience. That is one of the simplest ways to build your audience. Larger the audience, the better, right? If we're putting out sales messages consistently to a larger audience, more people, we are going to sell more things. One, sell more things. Two, to more people. Three is more often. Let's break this down. More often means we need to nurture our audience. Think of this like brand cardio. You just need to do it consistently to stay in shape. And the more we can nurture and stay in front of our audience, the more we're going to build trust. Why? Familiarity builds trust. So the more we can stay in front of them, the more familiar they are going to be with us, which is going to build trust. And we all know that people buy from people they know, like, and trust. So we need to be nurturing consistently. And when I say consistently, I don't mean once a month. Once a month is not enough, right? Twice a month is not enough. This needs to, if it's not every day, it needs to be multiple times a week where you are nurturing and staying in front of your audience. Really, really important. Okay. The other thing that's important to keep in mind with this is the more consistently we are nurturing our audience and staying in front of them, the easier it is to slip in your sales messages so that you can sell more often, right? Think of this. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this as jab, jab, right hook. Jab, jab, you're staying in front of your audience, but you're serving them. You're adding value to them. You're trying to help them. Right hook is the sale. You're asking for the sale. You are selling something. It is much more acceptable for most people when you're sliding in sales messages. Not everything you put out is about selling something. Most people get turned off by that, right? So jab, jab, right hook. Easy. And the more we're nurturing, the easier it is to slide in those sales messages at a specific cadence. 4 is for more money. There's a couple things I want to touch on with this fourth element. One, in order to sell things for more money, it is really important to make sure that the first thing that you sell, that product or service that you lead with, that is the starting point to work with you, is absolutely amazing and gets awesome results. Because if you fall short there, the likelihood that somebody's going to step up and buy a more expensive service from you or product from you is pretty slim. So that first thing that you offer needs to be absolutely amazing. And I would recommend you shoot for a 5 to 10x return in value in that initial product. 5 to 10x, right? So they get 5 to 10x return for what they paid you for in that. That will help you knock it out of the park. Okay, so that's the first thing to consider when we're looking at this fourth element of for more money. The second thing that I think we really need to keep top of mind is so many of us are underpricing what we do. So many of us. I have fallen into this trap multiple times. I am not immune to this. There are very few people that I think have ever been immune to this. Most of us underprice what we do. So look at that. If you are underpricing, you need to determine how much you really should be charging and charge it. Okay, there are plenty of examples of people out there who are less qualified, less capable than you, that are charging more than you. So stop underpricing, and that is going to help you immediately sell for more money. Okay. So those are two really important things to keep in mind when we're looking at for more money. So let me just reiterate these again. The purpose of marketing is to sell more things to more people more often for more money. I hope you found this breakdown really helpful. My question to you now that I want to leave you with is, how can you do more of these 4 things in your marketing today? Answer that question and take action. If you're struggling with this, right? If I ask that question, you're like, gosh, I don't even know, Tim. Jump on over to our website, rialtomarketing.com. That's RIALTO marketing.com. Click on the Get a Free Consultation button. I guarantee you will get a ton of value from that call and walk away with some clarity on where you should be focusing right now, what your next step should be based on where you're at and what you want to accomplish, so that you have some clarity. Reduces stress. Super important. And clarity means that you know exactly what your priorities are. Super important. So if you're struggling with that, get a free consultation. Be happy to chat with you. Till next time, take care.